My wife told me she was traveling with her ex. My 2 words left her speechless. Her suitcase was already by the door when she said it. Casual. Too casual. I'm traveling for a few days, she said, not looking at me. With him. The word him hung in the air like smoke. I didn't ask who. I didn't need to. Her fingers tightened around the zipper. A pause. She waited for something. Anger, confusion, noise. I gave her silence. Inside me, something shifted. Not broke. Not cracked. Repositioned. The room felt colder. Every sound sharpened. The hum of the refrigerator. The ticking clock. Her controlled breathing. I watched the way she avoided my eyes. The way she'd rehearsed this moment. I could almost hear the script in her head. Be honest. Be brave. He'll understand. I nodded once. Okay, I said. That surprised her. I saw it flicker across her face. She expected resistance. Maybe pleading. Maybe rage. Instead, she got permission. She moved closer, searching my face, scanning for cracks. There were none. I'd learned long ago how to seal them. I'll call you, she said. I smiled. Thin. Polite. Have a safe trip. The door closed behind her. And just like that, my marriage stepped into a different timeline. I sat there long after she left. Didn't move. Didn't blink. I replayed her words. Her tone. The confidence wrapped in false transparency. Traveling. With her ex. She hadn't said why. She hadn't said how long. She hadn't said don't worry, because she knew it would sound like a lie. The first instinct was denial. Reflexive. Primitive. Maybe it's innocent. Maybe she's just being honest. But innocence doesn't require courage. And honesty doesn't arrive with a packed suitcase and a rehearsed exit. I thought about the small changes I'd ignored. The way she guarded her phone. The sudden nostalgia. Names from the past surfacing in casual conversation like bait. I remembered the nights she fell asleep smiling at a screen she tilted away from me. I remembered how she stopped asking how my day was. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was procedural. Incremental. Carefully. Assembled so I wouldn't notice the wait until it was already crushing my chest. I didn't cry. I catalogued. Because somewhere beneath the ache was something colder. An awareness. A certainty that this wasn't a moment. It was a pattern reaching its conclusion. I became methodical. Quiet. I paid the phone bill myself for the first time. Scrolled through records. Long calls. Late hours. Numbers saved under aliases. Familiar digits wearing borrowed names. I didn't confront her. I watched. I synced backups she thought were gone. Read messages that weren't meant for me. Lines of intimacy that felt surgical in their precision. I miss you. It never stopped. He doesn't see me like you do. Each sentence stripped something away, not from her, but from the version of her I'd trusted. I tracked flights, hotels, dates. She wasn't traveling with her ex. She was returning to him. And I was the layover. On our calls, I stayed normal. Asked about the weather, the food. Told her I missed her. Let her lie to me in real time. Inside, the storm intensified, but it stayed contained. Focused. I didn't want answers. I wanted confirmation. When it came, it didn't feel like shock. It felt like alignment. She came home glowing. Sun-kissed. Lighter. As if she'd shed something heavy. Me. I handed her my phone. No words. Just the screen. Messages. Dates. Hotel confirmations. Screenshots stacked like evidence in a courtroom that only needed one verdict. Her face collapsed in stages. First confusion. Then recognition. Then fear. I can explain. I raised a hand. No, I said calmly. You can stop. She cried. Apologized. Tried to rewrite history with tears and trembling hands. I watched her unravel like a carefully maintained illusion finally exposed to light. I felt nothing. Not because it didn't hurt. Because it already had. She asked me what I was going to do. The question was small. Fragile. I stood. Picked up her suitcase. Set it by the door, exactly where it had been days earlier. She looked confused. I met her eyes for the first time since she returned. And I said my 2 words. I know. That was it. No accusations. No explanations. No closure she could negotiate. Her mouth opened. Closed. Speechless. I'd taken the only thing she thought she still controlled, the narrative. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I simply removed myself from the equation she'd been solving behind my back. And that terrified her more than anger ever could. She left that night. Not because I told her to. Because she finally understood there was nothing left to fight for. I stayed behind. Sat in the silence she'd created. Felt the weight lift, not all at once, but enough to breathe. Betrayal doesn't always end in explosions. Sometimes it ends in clarity. I didn't win her back. I didn't need to. I walked away with something better. Myself. And the certainty that the coldest revenge is not punishment. It's indifference.